And I guess the three rules of capturing a digital modeler are turn off any gates, turn off the noise gate, turn off any gates. It's relatively simple, but sometimes you can forget these sort of things and you won't actually notice it before you actually make the capture, because when you're playing, the signal goes through and you won't hear the noise gate being activated. But in essence, having a noise gate active will really mess up any kind of capture that you're trying to do, be it with the Nano Cortex, be it with Tonex or something else, simply because for the capture, the noise gate is going to cut off any sort of sense of dynamics, if that makes sense. So if the capture process has a very low volume at some point, instead of getting signal and some kind of information back from the source, or in this case, the FM3 for me, it's just going to simply get silence. So when you get the capture afterwards, it'll be either very undergained or very weird sounding with no gain at all. So typically in modelers, quad cortex or the fractal in my case, there is an input gate, which is sometimes not as visible as one that we might put in the preset like I have here. And that's something that you definitely want to turn off. In the fractal, it's really easy. You know, if it's on and you have a threshold that's active, if you pull down the threshold all the way to the left, it will then switch to off. I will note you'll also save some CPU in the process, so that's quite a cool kind of benefit to it. And then if you have a gate within the preset itself, you should deactivate that. On the fractal, it's really easy. I can just either right click and then do bypass engage or hit spacebar. And another important thing to check is basically stereo to mono. Because you're capturing a mono signal, like a mono amp or something like that, you should make sure that your preset or the thing that you're capturing is also properly outputting in mono. And I'll give an example here with my FM3 preset. So here I have two cabs that are hard panned left and right. That's super easy. I just pan them both to center, and then they're both sending, both outputs are sending the same signal. Now, depending on what device you use, you might have something similar set up. But in essence, it's basically just double checking that the output that you're getting out of one of the outputs is the one that you want to capture, and not some kind of maybe slightly out of phase mess, or maybe just one side that maybe you're not so interested in. So this is definitely something that you should look into before making the capture. And then one last thing, I'll go into setup and I'll show my audio output settings. So we're still in stereo mode, plus 4 dB output level, normal phase, and this is to the XLR outputs, which is what we're going to be using to go into the Nano Cortex.